Hello! Alright, so the purpose of this video is to show you how to create a rock, paper, scissors game that uses procedures. Okay, now before we go and jump into this, try to make it a little crazy and stuff, let's just go create a whiteboard just so we can kind of see what we're dealing with. Okay, so I have a whiteboard here. So what we want to do in order to create a rock, paper, scissors game, one thing you might want to consider is the random number generator. Okay, so what we want to do is we want the program to choose a random number between 0 and 2. So such that, well, 0 is scissors, 1 is going to be rock, and 2 is going to be paper. Okay, so what I see what we can do is we can create two sprites that are having this rock, paper, scissors match, right? So let's think about what we need. Well, maybe we start off with the cat. The cat is cool. And let's say we have another sprite. We'll make it the bear. So we have a cat and a bear, and they're going to keep playing rock, paper, scissors against each other. Okay? So let's think about what all the possibilities that can come out of this, right? So if we think about it, well, if the cat's choice, so basically maybe we would create a variable called cat choice, and then we also have to create a variable called bear choice, right? So something that looks like this. Okay, so try to think about some of the things that are happening. So basically, let's try to think of all the scenarios that would happen. Like what if they end up tying, right? So for example, if, well, so in this case, well, if the cat chooses scissors and then the bear chooses scissors, we're going to end up in a tie, right? Similarly, if the cat chooses rock and the bear chooses rock, we're also going to have a tie. If the cat chooses paper and the bear chooses paper, we're also going to have a tie. So what we have is we actually have three different scenarios that you can see here. So one way that we could actually create this in Scratch, so there's that little operator that says you can make certain variables equal to each other. So basically what we can do here, so say, well, if the cat's choice equals the bear's choice, then the result is going to be a tie. And this, if you're wondering, should take care of if you have 0 and 0, if you have 1 and 1, and if you have 2 and 2. So we actually don't need to put some of those options. So that takes care of some of the possibilities that we have so far. Okay, now let's try think about what else we need. So we have 0, 0. So now we have to consider, well, 0, 1, right? So basically, if the cat's choice is 0 and the bear's choice is 1, so think about that. Scissors and rock. So rock beats scissors, so the bear wins. Okay, the bear wins. Okay, let's see. And then we have 0 and 2, right? So if the cat's choice is 0 and the bear's choice is paper, so what we have here is, so the cat choice is scissors, bear choice is paper, scissors beats paper, so this means the cat wins. All right. Okay. So let's consider other cases. We know. Okay. So if we have 1 and 1, rock and rock, we already mentioned that it's going to be a tie. So that means we have, well, if the cat's choice is 1, so if the cat's choice is rock, and the bear's choice is scissors, right? Rock beats scissors, so then the cat wins. The cat will win. All right. Let's see. So we need to do 1 and 2, right? So if the cat chooses rock and the bear chooses paper, right? So rock versus paper. Paper is going to be rock, so that means the bear wins. Okay. next what I see is we want to consider, well, we already considered one of the last cases, well, if cat chooses 2 and the bear chooses 2, so paper and paper. So we just have just a few more that I can see. So let's see if we have 2 and 0. Okay, let's see. So if the cat chooses 2 and the bear chooses 0, so scissors beats paper. So this means the bear wins. Okay, the bear wins. And then the last one that I can think of is if we have 2 and 1. So basically, if the cat chooses 2 and then the bear chooses 1, so paper will beat rock. So what this means is the cat wins. Okay, so what I see here are these eventually will be the conditional statements that we will create. So we're just going to create a bunch of if statements eventually, and you'll see that soon. Okay, so what we need to do to start this off. So let's think about what we need. We need a cat and a bear. So we need the bear. So let's go ahead and create our bear. What is this one? I'm gonna do nice. All right. So what we need to do is let's go ahead and create a backdrop. Let's go ahead and create a backdrop. So if I go here, let's see, we'll put them in the Arctic. There we go. Let's make these a little smaller. Let me see, the cat here looks set size maybe like, let's see if 40 works. Yeah, it's kind of small. Maybe we'll go like 50. Yeah, I guess that's fine. All right, bear's way too big. So we need him to face the other way. So how do we get him to face the other way? Let's see. Point in direction -90. Let's see if that works. Oh, all right. We need him to set rotation left, right. There we go. And then, let's see, set size to 50. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So we got a cat and a bear. Let's call him cat, and then we'll call this bear. All right. All right. So that's basically the setup. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and try and create this game, and I'll start that in the next video. Okay. Bye. All right, so let's begin. Okay, actually, I just saw this right now. So if you haven't done this already, make sure to press the orange share button so I can at least see your project. So make sure to press that orange share button. Okay, and there we go. All right, so let's try to go ahead and create this game. So let's start off with the cat. Okay, so if we have a cat here, something's gonna happen when the green flag is clicked. And let's just say we just want these the cat and the bear to just keep comparing each other's rock paper scissors just forever, just for now, just we'll just have it this code run forever. All right, so we're gonna use a forever block, so I'm gonna put that here. Okay, and then what we need to do is let's think about what we need. We need a variable called cat choice, and we need a variable called bear choice. All right, so let's go ahead and create a variable. So we need to create a variable, and that variable is called cat choice. Okay, so what we're going to do is we need the program to choose a random number between 0 and 2. So we want to choose a, so what we're saying is what I'm saying is we need to set the cat choice equal to a random number. So this is where that random number generator comes in, to pick a random number between 0 and 2. Okay, so what's going to happen now is we need to create something, so like the cat will say for a certain number, right? So as you can see, a certain number is scissors, a certain number is rock, and a certain number is paper. So we have to create certain options for this. So what we can do is we can use an if block. So where is it? So we'll put if statement underneath here. So what I see is we want this, and then you set this equal to 0, and then basically here, yeah. So oh, actually, yeah. So I'm just, you don't need this here. I don't think we need this. So yeah, I just unchecked it. So if I were to just go ahead and click this here, so we have is, well, if the cat's choice is equal to 0, then we want the cat to say scissors. So scissors. Okay. All right. And then what I see is we're gonna kind of reuse this part again. Let's see if I can kind of. We got to do it for 3 different options. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. There we go. Okay. So this would mean, well, if the cat's choice is 1, what did we say? Cat's choice is 1. This is gonna be rock. Okay. And if the cat's choice is equal to 2, and this is going to be paper. Okay. So supposedly, if we do this, if this is done correctly, let's see if when we press the green flag, let's see if the cat randomly just says scissors, rock, paper. Okay, let's see. So starting by saying rock, paper, scissors, paper, scissors, paper. Okay, I think he's just, yeah, he's just gonna keep saying all these things, as you can kind of see. So the program is working. There we go. There's the rock. Okay, so program is working the way that we want it to work. Okay, so next what I see what we can do is we need the bear to also say the same thing. But as you could see here, we have to create another variable, and that variable is called the bear's choice. Okay, so one way I can see we can do this is, well, we need to copy this entire code into same thing for the bear, right? I don't think that's going to change. So let's go ahead and do that. So yep, so I just copied that right into the bear. Let's go ahead and click the bear. There we go. So now what we need to do is we need to go ahead down here. If I go to the variables, and then we need to create a variable. The variable, I will call that bear choice. I don't think we need this check mark, so I'm just gonna not use it. So now, as you see here, we have to change all of these options here. Wherever we use cat choice, now it's gonna be bear choice. So bear's choice, we're gonna get rid of this, we're gonna get rid of this, we're gonna get rid of this, and then we need to put if bear choice equals 0, or if bear choice equals 1, or bear choice equals 2. Let's try to see this here. So green flag is clicked. All right, so looks like they are dueling. Yeah, they are just randomly saying paper, rock, or scissors. All right, right on. So looks like it's working the way that we want it to work. Okay, now we need to find a way. We need to find a way for, like, I guess some sort of scorekeeper, right? So I guess it would be cool if we could kind of see like who's winning after so many of these rounds that they do, right? So one way we can create a scorekeeper is we can create another sprite. So if I were to just, let's see, we can choose another sprite. What's cool? A butterfly. Oh, I like the chick. A chick in the Arctic. Ooh, big chick. Okay. Where should I put you? Maybe I'll put you here, maybe. Make you smaller. Set size, maybe like 50. Small chick. I'll put it here. I don't know. We'll see. I'll play around with it later. We'll put it in the water, I guess. Yeah. All right. Okay. So, just matter of preference. And we'll just leave it as a chick. All right. Okay. So, this will be our scorekeeper. Okay. So, what I see what we can do is basically it's just kind of, well, let's think about this. Maybe we'll create the score later, but we just want to first identify how the bear or cat is winning. So that's where all of these little statements come in. Okay, so what I see what we can do is we can create another, like, well, when the green flag is clicked, something is going to happen. And then we have the forever block. So I have forever block, put that right there. And then we need to create all those possible conditions that we put here. That's the purpose of this. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So it's going to take a while, but let's see. So what we have is, well, if the cat choice, let's see this here. Yep. We have if the cat's choice equals the bear's choice, then basically the chick is going to say tie. Okay, we're gonna say tie. All right. We need a couple. We need quite a few more if blocks. All right. So let's see. We need to put this under here, and then we have, well, if the cat's oh, we need the and. Okay. So we need and right here. So this comes here, and then let's see. So this would go here. So basically what we said earlier was if the cat's choice is 0, okay, so if the cat's choice is 0 and the bear's choice and where is it? And the bear's choice is 1, okay, then we are going to say bear wins. I'll put exclamation mark. Bear wins or something. Okay. It's gonna be kind of lengthy. I'm just gonna cut this video so we can continue. Okay. Right. Hello. All right. So let's continue. Okay. So let's see what we need. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more different options. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this 5 times. Just be careful when you're doing this. 1, 2. Let's see if we can do this. That works. 1. We need 1 more. Okay. There we go. So it's gonna look something like this. Okay, so let's see what we need. All right, so we said if the cat's choice is 0 and the bear's choice is 2, then when we come here, it says the cat wins. So cat wins. When we go here, if the cat's choice is 1 and the bear's choice is 0, then the cat wins. Cat wins. Let's see, if the cat's choice is 1 and the bear's choice is 2, then the bear, okay, that stays. Cool. Let's see, if the cat's choice is 2 and the bear's choice is 0, then the bear wins. Okay, that stays. And let's see, if the cat's choice is 2 and the bear's choice is 1, then cat wins. Cat wins. All right. Okay. So I think this is working kind of the way. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, some interesting things that are happening. So the program is working the way we want it to. Except there seems to be a weird little issue with when the duck is, I mean, the chick is just kind of giving the results. Okay, so actually, if you're wondering what I did with this, like I was actually playing around with this too, and this kind of bugged me for a while. I was like, why is this not working the way I wanted to? I actually did a little YouTube search, and honestly, the way that you can fix this is you can just add a little wait time. Wait time up here, you can just add 0.1 seconds, and then if I press the green flag, it should work. So let's go ahead here and see. Yep, I'm not sure what it is with the that little wait time, but it seems to make it work. Okay, it kind of looks like it's doing what I want it to do. I believe it's calculating it correctly. Just double checking. Yeah, I think I don't really see any major issues. Okay, cool. All right, so it looks like it is working. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to find a way. So again, like I showed you earlier, we haven't used any procedures yet. Okay, so we created this, but it would be cool if we could create a procedure. Okay, and this is where we can have, this is our little scorekeeper here, and it's basically gonna try to keep track of how many times the cat won and how many times the bear won. Okay, so what we can do here is let's go ahead and think about what we need. So we need a score, right? So we need to keep track of the cat score. So let's go ahead and create a variable. Okay, so we'll call that cat score. Okay, we'll leave that there. We'll just leave it there. And then we also need, so don't uncheck this. Let's see, we want to create the bear score. Bear score. All right, so yeah, don't uncheck that. We want that to be in the program. So it's just going to keep calculating each time. Okay, so now what I see what we can do is, you know, we could always use that change. We can just put a whole bunch of change blocks in like here and here and here and here and here. Yeah, if you really wanted to, if you wanted to do it without procedures, then I believe it can be done that way. But our goal is again to just show you how you would create this by using procedures. So what we can do is we can actually create a procedure that takes care of what happens if the bear wins or if the cat wins. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and create a procedure. So this is where that my blocks comes in. So I'm going to click my blocks here, make a block. I'm going to make a block, and we will just call this cat bear score. So we're just going to call it cat bear score. All right, so we're gonna use this some way in here. We're not gonna worry about the tie. I think that might be a little bit too complicated. Maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and just kind of drag these out just so we kind of know what's happening. We're gonna need this later, I believe. Okay. This is just here just so I can kind of see how this is working. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to put the cat and the bear's score. So this would be in here, this would be in here, this would be our procedure. This is how we would call to this procedure. Okay, so what we have is this would be 5 and this would be 6. Okay, so we need a way, now we need a way to basically identify how if the cat wins or the bear wins. Okay, so what I see what we can do is we're going to use this somehow, and we're also going to use that change variable, I believe. So we're going to use that change the score. Oh, I see what we should also do. If we want this to reset every time to 0 and 0, we should also probably, let's see, we should set the cat score up here. We should set the cat score equal to 0, and we should also set the bear score equal to 0. So every time when this when this program runs, it's just going to reset when we get there. Okay, so let's think about what we need. So we also if you look at the requirements for this program, we also need a parameter. We need to use a parameter in this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So if you right click, press edit, we need to add an input. So we're going to add a parameter. Let's just make it simple. Let's just call it x. Okay, and this is going to be our lovely parameter that we need to kind of take care of. Okay, so what we can do is, well, we can say, this is why I put this here. So it's like, well, if the cat bear score, let's see. Well, this would be bear, this would be cat, this would be cat, bear, cat. So we need an if statement somewhere. Okay, so we need an if statement. So, or maybe else, if else. We'll try if else. Okay. So we can do something like, let's see, we can put the operator. Yeah, I guess with the operator. Okay, so we have basically if our whatever we have in here equals something. So let's say we just put the cat here. So basically if let's say we get bear equals cat, then we'll make that an else statement. We'll try to make it cat. So let's start with that. So if cat equals cat, then we're going to change the cat score. So change the cat score by 1, and then we're going to say the cat wins. Let's duplicate this. Cat wins. And we're going. This is the variable that this is a parameter that we're going to use in our code. Okay. Then what I see is, well, if it doesn't follow under that condition, you're gonna run the else statement. So if the so if it's not equal to cat, then we're going to change the bear score. We're gonna change the bear score by 1, and then basically say bear wins. Okay. All right. Anyway, I'm going to continue this pretty soon. Yeah, I'll just continue in the next video. Okay. Bye. All right. So let's finish this up. Okay. So I know it was starting to get a little crazy here, but let's go ahead and try reason through this. Okay. So the reason why we created yeah, all these things is we needed to have a way to call to our procedure and use a parameter. Okay. So what we have in this first scenario, what I see is that we have the bear wins. So basically, if we put bear here, this is the reason why I had this on the side here, so I didn't have to keep looking back at my notes. So what we have here is if this gets passed into the parameter, and basically we have if bear equals cat, well, bear is not equal to cat. This is a false statement, so this won't execute. And this means that this part will execute. So we're changing the bear score by 1, and then the bear should win. So we actually don't need this anymore. We can just take this out. Okay. Next, what I see is, let's see, so cat bear score. So we want, if this statement is true, then it's going to run this. So cat bear score, so we have something like that. So cat. So cat gets passed into up here. And basically, if the cat equals cat, this cat equals cat is a true statement. So this is going to work. Basically, we're going to change the cat score by 1. So that keeps track of the cat score. So we don't need this. We don't. Oh, come on. Okay. Something like that. Okay. So we don't need this anymore. Okay. And let's see. So this one here, if we put cat, right? So basically, if we put cat, and then when we come up here, cat equals cat is true. So it's going to change the cat score. So this is fine. We can go ahead and put all of these. So we put bear, and then we put bear, and then we put cat, and I believe we should be good to go. So we don't need all of these anymore because we already have it taken care of in this procedure. Let me see. Bear, cat, cat, bear, bear, cat. Bear, cat, cat, bear, bear, cat. All right, cool. All right, so that looks good. So now, let's see if this works. So let's go ahead and just run this. All right. Tie, okay. Bear wins, I agree. Okay. Tie, I agree. Bear wins, okay. Tie. Cat wins, okay. And then looks like tie. Okay, cat wins, okay. Then bear wins. Tie. Okay. Yep, it looks like it is working the way I'm expecting it to work. Okay. Not bad. Of course, you can rearrange these sprites however you want. Let's say you don't want the chick to be in the water, then that's fine. You don't need to have the chick in the water, right? Okay, so this basically shows you how this program works. So what you could do is you could actually modify this if you wanted to. So let's say, I mean, I'm not going to do it, but I'm just going to let them play rock, paper, scissors forever. I'm just going to have them just keep doing this forever, never, 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 never. So, I mean, of course, you could be, well, what if you wanted them to stop at a certain point, right? So let's say if you wanted them to stop once maybe the cat reaches like a certain, wow, bear is just going for it. But yeah, but let's say you want the game to just stop when maybe the cat reaches a certain score, maybe like 5 or 6 or something, or bear as well. So you might be able to just play around with this. You might be able to use like a repeat until block, if you want the code, if you want both of them to kind of stop at a certain point, um, or maybe even like a repeat block. So like let's say you only want to repeat all of these things like a certain amount of times, and you just want to compare like, well, who has the higher score, and then just say someone wins. That's another thing. I did, yeah. Since we're having them play forever, I mean, there's no clear winner because this will just keep going on forever. But yeah, you could make your game maybe better than mine. Yeah, I can't say mine is good, honestly. But anyway, yeah. So you could play around with that. Try to see what you could do to do that. Now, if you're wondering the reason why I showed you this, just want to make sure. So the reason why I had you guys um, make a block. So the reason why we need to make a block is we need to find a way for the program to call the procedure here and use a parameter. Okay, and that is actually an important part of the create performance task for that exam. So basically, the use of procedures, again, is a requirement. You must also define a procedure with at least one parameter. So in this case, what we have here is we defined a procedure, and it uses at least one parameter. The parameter must have an effect on the functionality of the procedure. So in this case, the parameter was used in an if-else statement, and that basically caused a different segment of code to execute. So that's how you can kind of take care of that effect on the functionality of the procedure. But yeah, so this, if you're wondering, this is basically how you could create a rock, paper, scissors game using procedures. But that is basically, yeah, what I want you guys to try to do with this. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too long. Man, bear is just destroying cat. All right, awesome. But anyway, let me know if you have any questions on this, and that is it. Okay, bye.